Assalamu alaikum. In our previous video we set up our project on NextJS, and here we have our database fold 10 with table of users, and we will drop this table users. Now we have dropped the table and we have nothing in our database, and in model we have users. Let's execute this command npx prisma migrate. Now we are migrating our model to our database. So let's give it a name, create user model, and when we execute this Prisma command, then the database is now in sync with your schema. Let's check the tables. Here we have two tables, Prisma migrations, where we have the migration information regarding when it started and when it ended, and we have another table named user. This table is same which is in our model. Let's check the structure, and here we have. So the Prisma is very helpful and it saves our time. Now we will check one more thing from Prisma, Prisma Studio. Let's execute it. And here we have the list of all of our models, where we can use these models and can perform CRUD operations using this Prisma Studio. No matter which type of database we have, Mongo, Postgre, etc. Now we will set up Prisma client. We have installed Prisma client, and after installing Prisma client, we will set up Tailwindcss. We are also showing how we can install Tailwindcss or any other package after setting up our project. Now we have to configure it. So let's go to the tailwindconfig.js, and we will provide all the folders name where we will use this Tailwindcss. So we have these three folders: app, pages and components, where we can use Tailwind. And now let's go to the app folder, and here we have this global.css. We will add these three lines here to use Tailwind, base, components and utilities. Here we have a page.js file where we will use this Tailwind CSS by adding an h1 heading with class text 3xl, font bold, underline and indigo background. Now we will use NextAuth for authentication system. So let's go to the NextAuth. Here we have this complete documentation. Let's install this. npm install NextAuth, and it will install NextAuth. Now go to the folder app and create a new folder API, and then create a folder in API name auth, and then create a folder .NextAuth in auth folder. Here we will create a file route.js, and we will import NextAuth, and then we will import credentials provider, and then we will create a method of auth handler where we will tell how we will handle the authentication system. So we will use credentials here, and in credentials we will use email and password. And with async function, so how will we authorize these credentials? We will keep this null. We will create it later. So when we execute this API/auth/signin, then here we have some error in credentials provider. This is because we will not use these brackets here, and save this. Now we have default login page with default errors, and we will remove these lines from CSS. And here you can see that we have this home page and sign in. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.